What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Two Game Podcast. We are here to break down the penultimate episode of The Rings of Power Season 2 with episode number 7. And I'm just here to tell you, this is the best episode of the series yet. Okay? No spoilers or anything like that from this point forward, but it's the best.
He said penultimate. He broke into that thesaurus.
I did. Hey, some of us Mississippi folk, man, we know how to bring out the big words for special occasions. So yeah, guys, we are here to break down every single episode of season 2 of the Rings of Power. I have Creston Johnson with me.
Hello, people.
And Nick Ziegler.
Hello, world.
And like I've said, we have broken down the first 6 episodes of season 2. You can go catch that on our YouTube channel if you would like. But I am very excited to do episode 7. So I just want to set the table for a second, okay? This was the first episode that 2 of us watched this together.
It was dangerous.
There was explosions everywhere, and I'm not talking about the war explosions in the episode.
It was a hazmat scene.
I'm very jealous of both of you.
Yeah. Sorry, he was erect the entire episode.
You were there in spirit, sir.
Okay.
So yeah, the hour-long episode that it was, like, not counting the stopping and starting because we were moving from post to post and shit like that, but like just us rewinding it, like an hour and a half maybe?
Yeah.
We had like an extra 30 minutes.
Like, hold up, I gotta see that shit again.
Yeah. It was absolutely fantastic, and it could not have happened on a better episode, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That was, like I said last week, that was the best episode so far, and now it's this week.
Yes. So, we'll start with Nick. We'll go ahead and get see if we can get the negativity out of the way first.
There was none.
Damn.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be fucking lit.
I really like this fucking episode. I had a few little but I love the whole episode. There were a couple little things they could have done that a little bit better. But no, it was a great fucking episode.
What about you, Creston?
Bruh. I mean, just right off the jump, the epic fucking battle. Like, that thing was pristine, top to bottom. The elves, the fucking orcs. What's that dude's name? Damrod?
Damrod, yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of like the Barrow-wights. He was gone as soon as he got there, but it was cool as fuck while he lasted.
What was Damrod? The troll?
Yeah,
the huge troll.
Yeah, they could have given him a little bit more screen time, something more to do, because he
got his money's worth though. He picked up the fucking dual wield orc shield. That was pretty tight.
Yeah.
Dude, that was fucking dope.
And then, I mean, we got a little taste of everybody. We got Arondir, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty fucking salty about. Like, if this dude's dead, I might burn this motherfucker to the ground. I don't think he's gonna be dead.
But at the same time, we talked about at the beginning of this series, or the beginning of this season, his storyline's done with. Like, Bronwyn's dead. He's done. Like,
nah. I mean, I would understand that if it happened, but I think it's going to be a mistake if they kill him off.
Yeah. I would too, but I wouldn't be surprised if they killed him off just because they can't continue his story. Or they can't continue the story that was laid out for him at the end of season 1.
Yeah. I could see them having to rewrite it and that causing problems for sure. Yeah. But yeah, we got a little bit of Arondir. We got some of the Durin's folk. And obviously we got fucking Anatar and Celebrimbor. We got some fucking Adar and Galadriel. We got some Elrond looking hot, son. And then, lo and behold, fucking High King Gil-galad shows up and starts smoking motherfuckers with that spear, son. I was looking forward to it.
You said, man, when we going to see that spear? And it was like 5 minutes later we saw the spear and we were like, yes.
Oh, dude, it was a great episode to watch, like companion style, for sure. There was at least 10 parts that we had to be like, all right, let's back up because I got to watch that again. Or, hey, did you see this? Like, oh, shit, I missed it. Let me.
Yeah, so, I think I watched the episode 3 times just to try and catch everything and whatever.
It was nice.
I would have liked to have seen more of Durin, or the because everything happened with Durin off scene or off screen.
It's a little bit of a cliffhanger. Yeah. What exactly happened between Prince and King? Like, why didn't they show up?
Yeah, because you see when Prince Durin's giving his speech to rouse everybody to go to war, and King Durin just kind of grabs his axe and walks away. And he wasn't even around everybody. He just kind of walks out the door.
Wait, did the Dig Master, when he showed up all fucking bloodied, said he cut through us like butter? Was that this episode, or was that a cutscene from next? That
was this episode. So it's the Dig Master comes to Prince Durin and goes, "Hey, we got an elf that's not allowed inside that wants to come inside and talk to you," which is Elrond.
Oh yeah.
And then Durin's like, "All right, we're going to go to war with you." Then Prince Durin rousing the folks while King Durin's sitting in his throne room, grabbing his axe and walking out the door. Next scene, Digmaster comes bloody, all running up, going, "Your dad's going insane. He's just slicing through everybody right now." And that's the last time you see it. Like, that's literally, you had 3 little scenes of the dwarves, and that was it. And then they just don't show up. And you got Horsemaster Elf that comes back full of arrows, and he's like, "Yeah, they backed out. They recalled."
And then Elrond's fucking having a mental break. He's gonna come. He's gonna come. Yeah,
He's gonna come.
Dude, how about old elf girl?
They gave her the Boromir. They gave her the Boromir treatment.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said. That was a tight scene. But yeah,
which one are you talking about?
From Khazad-dûm.
Are you talking about the elf that shot the arrow at the last second and exploded everything
and blew everything up?
Yeah, Asian elf archer.
Yeah.
Yes. That was fucking dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, her death didn't really mean that much to me though, because like she literally just got presented to us 30 seconds before that happened.
No, she was in the cutscene when they had the cavalry getting ready. So I remember seeing her like, oh, that's diverse.
And then, but she was like bring her in, have her spend a couple episodes with us or something to make her death actually do something to you.
Right.
Right? It's just like, okay, can you make the shot? She's like, yeah, I just need a clear shot. Okay, shoot it. And then she gets hit with 5 arrows, not 3, 5. I counted. And what was cool though is she actually ripped out one of the arrows.
Yes.
And then fucking shot it
and shot that one. And that's what blew up the bomb.
Dude, that was so fucking hot.
That was nice.
I was like,
top tier fucking move.
That was fucking heavy metal shit right there.
Yeah, if you're going out. Speaking of heavy metal, how about old Damrod's Ballad? I think we all dabbled in that a little bit, huh?
Dude, I remember when it started playing, you were like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "Wait, what? What is that?"
That was my same thought. I was like, "Well, this does not fit."
All right, let's be fair here. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. To be completely objective in this, dope song. Okay, fucking dope song. But does it fit with Lord of the Rings in general?
And they've done.
It fits better. It fits better than the pop song from Star Wars.
Well, that was Star Wars that had that. I was about to say, I'm like, we've had some end credit scrolls that have had some very questionable music here lately.
I mean,
yeah, that was Star Wars.
Time was shorter than that song. For being honest,
you think?
I mean, we saw him like one time at the camp, and then they're like, "Bring him in," and he comes through like smushing people, grabs a little shield, and then he just starts taking arrows.
And that was it. And every time he got gutted, they never showed him get gutted. You just saw his face, like somebody would run up and they'd jab an arm, and then you would just see his face go, ugh. And you would never actually see him actually getting pierced anywhere.
Oh, he was getting pierced.
He was getting pierced.
Speaking of getting pierced, let's talk about Annatar. So, Jesus Christ.
So,
like right off the jump, the scene that jumps out to me is when the city watch guards or whatever realize that it is Sauron, and they're like, "All right, we got to protect Celebrimbor now," and he straight up just and everybody stabs each other. Damn.
Yeah, that was the part that me and you were we rewinded it like 10 times.
Yeah.
That was he like the elf went to stab him and he just like it was like so fucking butter smooth how he did it. He just did it, took it from him, and then fucking sliced him in the neck. Dude, that's hot.
Yeah.
He pulled out some mind tricks on that one.
And then when he like pushed old Miriam or whatever off the fucking wall.
I felt so bad for her. I was like, oh, Galadriel, Kmart Galadriel just got shoved off the wall.
She was destined to die from the beginning.
That was one of those parts that you caught. That I was like, what the fuck happened? Like
that was a rewind,
I started talking, and you're like, no, dude, did you see his fucking hand? I'm like, no. And we rewind it, and I saw his hand. I was like, oh, damn, this dude's fucking sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky.
He's quick with it. He is quick with it.
I know we said this on last episode that he is the best character of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Period. And I feel like he has to be for this show anyways. I feel like he should be the best character. But when I tell you he was, like a 10 out of 10 before the episode? Bruh.
He's straight God tier now.
He's God tier. God tier. That shit's fucking fantastic.
Well, I like the Celebrimbor realizing what was going on. He started seeing the tricks and the jewel missing, and then looking up and seeing himself all sooty and dirty and shit like that.
Oh,
and then Anatar immediately pops up, and everything's just fixed again. And it's like, okay, Anatar's slipping now, or Sauron's slipping, whatever you want to call him, is slipping because he's got so much shit going on all at one time that he's kind of letting things slide.
And then the candle.
They would have seen. Well, yeah, I wish I would have seen them roll the mouse footage multiple times, not just like he sees it once and then next time Anatar walks in, he's sitting on the floor going, "Hey, check this out! Watch this! Watch this!" We should have seen the mouse more than once for him to click,
so that we could catch it.
Right, because it was almost like he picked up on it too quickly. He needed to see it. We needed to see him see it more than once.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a nice touch if we would have been like the first ones to catch on to it and be like, hey, like I mean, obviously we know it's all deception, but like to pick up on the little pieces.
Pick up on it.
Yeah. I think that would have been better.
But it was still a good touch. Now, this dude, Celebrimbor, he needs to go into the NFL's concussion policy from this movie or this episode. Motherfucker gets knocked out how many times?
Dude, he's put through the ringer, man.
Every time he walks,
I feel bad for him.
Every time he walks through the door, he fucking gets hit with a mortar and flies down a flight of stairs, and then gets knocked unconscious.
I can't argue with it.
Yeah. And I was really hoping, and they didn't do it this way, but Galadriel shows up, and he's like, "Take the rings, run away." I wanted that to be Sauron.
Ooh, that would have been nasty as fuck.
Right? Because, again, the deceiver, I wanted him to show up as the hero Galadriel. And Celebrimbor sees her and goes, "Oh my God, take them and run. I'm going to handle it here. Just take these rings and run away." And he even says it. First, when I thought it was you, I thought it was him deceiving me or playing a trick on me. And that would have been great for them to carry that over and go, it really was him playing a trick on you. That wasn't Galadriel. She's still outside the wall.
That'd be hot.
Right.
I just want to mention this, okay? I'm not one to brag or anything like that, okay? I don't want to pat myself on the back over here. But I want to say that I called it on the last episode that he was fucking with the ring somehow, okay? I want to throw that out there. If I'm going to make a little note right here, and I'm going to insert the footage from the last episode. If it's not real, what are they making it with then? Is he just throwing some other bullshit in there to kind of put the deception in there? You know, his powers woven through the ring. Okay.
Oh yeah, with the mithril ore.
Yeah, we were like,
it was.
Is that
blood in a jar?
Yeah.
we were like, that's not real. It's got to be something different. I was like, what if it's something that he's putting in the rings to corrupt him a little bit there?
And one of y'all has said, he cut his hand and they didn't show anything after that. He just cut his hand to do something. And it ended up he was cutting his hand to fill up a jar full of his black blood.
That's a nice touch.
Again, heavy metal shit right there, man.
Yeah.
It was. Which I actually just saw a TikTok or something like that in the OG trilogy. There's a cut scene or a deleted scene that they never put on anything. And it shows Sauron cutting his hand and his black blood moving up and forming a ring around his finger. And that turns out to be the One Ring.
Ooh, okay.
And actually, if you look in the prologue in the very beginning, and he's standing in Mount Doom, and he's holding the ring up, he's actually got a bloody dagger in his hand. That was part of that scene, and they just took that one spot with him holding the bloody dagger and his hand up in the air. But it was supposed to be blood coming from his cut, forming into a ring.
Nice. That's a nice touch.
That'd have been hot.
Yeah,
very hot. Speaking of OG trilogy, I don't know if this is a hot take. I don't feel like it is, okay? Because really we don't have too much to compare this to past the OG trilogy. This is the best thing that we have gotten since the OG trilogy. Hands down.
Agreed.
The best episode of Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Anything over the Hobbit trilogy, anything. This is the closest I have just wet my pants when it comes to Rings of Power or anything Lord of the Rings when it came to the OG trilogy.
This almost hit as hard as Helm's Deep.
Damn, that's a tough call. I can't disagree with it.
I've got one question.
Helm's Deep.
I got one question though. Did Gandalf show up at the first light? Come down a mountainside? If the answer is no, then
he did. But you know who didn't? And this was echoed. Durin did not show up at first light.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. He did say first light.
He did, and it did not transpire. He was supposed to show up at sunrise, and he didn't. And you had the horse run up, just like Gandalf ran up on the hill, and then he was by himself. So that was a 1-to-1 echo of Helm's Deep.
I'm not mad at it. What's going to be interesting for the future here, though? Durin and Elrond, dude. I gotta imagine that Elrond's gonna be a little pissed off when he sees Durin again.
I'm curious how Gil-galad and Elrond and Galadriel are all going to get out of this.
Yeah, because it ends with Adar having her ring that he just lifted off of Elrond and basically telling him, like, bitch, I told you it was going to go down like this.
Yep. So I'm curious how they're going to get out of Eregion under Adar's control.
I think it's going to have to do with the old fucking Sauron.
Did y'all see the worst CGI ever at the very end of this episode?
I don't think so.
Nothing to jumping out.
Adar, when he takes the ring from Elrond, that's not Adar. That's a complete CGI scene. Every part of Adar in that entire scene where he takes the ring and he holds it up and he's talking to Elrond, Adar is completely CGI.
I wonder why.
Is he? I didn't notice.
Yeah, he's completely CGI.
Maybe I did notice.
I guess it's a reshoot and he wasn't available for it or whatever, but yeah, it looks bad. Like the CGI was horrible. Like worse
didn't even know
from episode 2. Or movie 2.
Interesting. I didn't write any notes down, so I must not have noticed it. Speaking of the ending, I feel like that's where a lot of the shit kind of. The whole episode is fucking peak Lord of the Rings. Don't get me wrong, but like the ending, I feel like we need to talk a little bit about before we close out this episode. So, Adar has the Ring of Power now, which the next episode comes out, tomorrow? Right? Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
2 days.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with that Ring of Power there. But Arondir, my boy, done dirty all season long. All season long. We finally get him back. And then I don't think they're killing him off. Just yet. I don't think, because if he was dead, they would have showed him dead in this episode.
They would have showed him dead. Yeah, he's still alive at this point. At least he's got to be, in my mind. He's still alive.
But then we have Elrond giving up the ring. I mean, there's just so much going on in this last 10, 15 minutes of this episode that it's just kind of like you almost have to rewatch it again.
Right. And like Nick said, it kind of ends like still in the battle. Like, how the fuck did the elves get out of there? Are they captured? Are they fucking prisoners now? Did they run? Like, where's Gil-galad? Elrond just gave up the ring. Like, does he just let him go after that?
Right. And then we're going to come... I'm curious how they're going to make episode 8, because we haven't done shit with the Harfoots, which...
We're not mad at,
whatever.
I got a feeling the stranger's going to show up, though.
But the stranger is still got to
find his staff?
Yeah, he's got to find his staff. Are we going to see him find it, or is he going to automatically just have it at the beginning of this next episode?
I think he's just going to pop on screen with that motherfucker.
He's just going to be holding his dick in his hand?
He is.
Fireball!
We still have the Dark Wizard that we have had absolutely no story to whatsoever.
I forgot all about him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think
how many episodes?
Next episode.
How many episodes has it been since we have seen him? 3, 4?
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
We've seen his Lankies, but we haven't seen him. We've only seen him in that one episode. So you've got the Dark Wizard that we have no context on. We have nothing about him. We've got Numenor. We got to find out, are they coming back to Middle Earth, or are they still dealing with some shit in Numenor? Now we got Khazad-dûm, which it seems like for the previews for the next episode, Khazad-dûm's going to fall because the Durin's Bane's going to get released.
That was another song on the old album there. Very disappointing, by the way.
We still need to wrap up the Battle for Eregion. So there's a lot of shit to go through.
Do we know how long the episode's going to be?
No.
I'm assuming
it's got to be longer than an hour.
Hour and a half, yeah.
It's probably going to follow suit and be an hour like everything else. It needs to be a 2-hour. It needs to be a full-length movie.
Yeah.
For all the stories they have to cover, unless we're going to hold off and just not cover the Dark Wizard, not cover and just like half-ass the Harfoots and half-ass the stranger with his staff. And we'll take care of the Dark Wizard next season.
See, I don't mind them when they do stuff like that, when they kind of sprinkle it in and they continue that storyline through multiple seasons. I don't really mind that. But, until you brought it up, I completely fucking forgot about the Dark Wizard.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a little bit... if we had to name some complaints about the season, you could probably throw that into the bucket for as a complaint, because I think the storytelling right there is a little uneven. Completely forgot about that motherfucker.
And we haven't seen Isildur in, 3-4 episodes either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck has he been doing? He's in that little village with his Adar lanky girl that that she found her husband. And now what's going on with that? What the fuck's he doing?
They're doing that 3-bang, if you know what I'm saying.
So, I mean, this
he's doing the old Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies. Mm-hmm. So he just watches.
Well, it comes down to there's too many fucking storylines going on for an 8-episode season. Still.
But I think that's going to lend a help to the fact that there's 5 seasons. But again, you get into that issue of storytelling where you started something at episode 2 of this season and you didn't do anything with it for 7 episodes, and then we get to season 3 and it's just like, oh, was that a thing? Y'all still talking about this?
Remember 3 years ago when we had season 2 and it was the 2nd episode of the season? Because it's going to take that fucking long for this next season to come out.
This is true.
That's how we do things now.
It is unfortunate.
So yeah, man. I thought this episode was fucking amazing. I had hell of a lot of fun watching it. I'm just saying it was a good company. I'll just say that, Chris.
Absolutely.
No disrespect, Nick.
I'm still extremely jealous.
You were missed, sir. You would have completed the trifecta. We would have had to call Diddy for some extra baby oil.
Yes. All right. So, anything else y'all want to say before we cut out of this episode?
No, it was a great show. I was entertained the entire time. I was happy.
Are you not entertained?
I was happy. I have nothing really to say. I had critiques, but I had nothing negative to say. I just could have been a little bit better, but it was a great fucking episode.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this finale.
Oh, yes. Like if it's excited, it has to be on par with these last 2 episodes. I think it has to be.
I feel like it's been building. It's going to be a letdown if it's not.
As long as they don't throw all 8 storylines into it, I think it will be. And keep the fucking Harfoots away. Which they're going to be in this episode, but
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And the fucking second that I see him, I'm just going to be like, oh my God, really? This is worst episode ever.
This is the one the Dark Wizard shows up and they kidnap the Harfoots, and that drives the Stranger into becoming a better wizard for season 3 to rescue
his. How pissed would y'all be if they brought in the Dark Wizard, brought in the Harfoots, brought in Numenor, the dwarves, and then they don't even finish the battle until season 3?
Nope, you don't see. You see the resolution on season 3. We have to wait 3 years.
We don't know who the fuck wins, how they get out of it.
We don't see Anatar. We don't see shit. It's going to be Harfoots and the Stranger, and that's it. You might see Numenor. Numenor might not even be in it. They had their resolution. So Numenor's not in it. It's going to be Harfoot, Stranger, and the fall of Khazad-dûm.
That would be disappointing.
Yeah, it would be. But guys, if you have been following along with us and you like what we're doing here, you can go down to the description below. We have links to all of our social media accounts. We would greatly appreciate it if you went there, like, subscribe, follow all the various accounts that we have. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/2game, where you can support us if you like some of the content that you've been hearing or watching. But without further ado, guys, that's going to be it from us. And we'll catch y'all next week on the season finale. Latest.